Have you ever felt a sudden crushing weight pressed down on your chest in the middle of prayer and wondered if your body was failing you? Or have you felt that strange heaviness around your heart just as you whispered God's name and thought perhaps you should stop praying altogether? There is fear in that moment, fear that something is wrong with you, fear that you are alone in this strange and unsettling experience. But there is also hope, quiet and insistent, that whispers this might mean something far greater than you have dared to imagine. You are kneeling beside your bed. The room is dim. A single candle flickers on the nightstand, casting soft gold across the wall. You can smell the faint trace of wax and something sweeter, something you cannot name. Your hands are folded. Your eyes are closed. And then without warning, it comes. That pressure, that sudden tightness wrapping itself around your heart like an invisible hand has reached inside your chest and squeezed. Your breath catches, your eyes open. You press your palm against your ribs and wonder what is happening to you. You are not imagining this. You are not alone in this. You are here now because this has happened to you, and you need to understand. This is not random. This is not your body betraying you in some cruel coincidence. This is not anxiety dressed up as something spiritual. What you are experiencing is a sign, a direct and unmistakable sign that the unseen world has taken notice of you. When you pray, you are not speaking into a void. You are not sending words into empty air. You are stepping into a sacred threshold where heaven bends low to meet you. And when heaven bends low, your body feels it. Your heart, that fragile muscle beating in your chest, is also the seat of your deepest longing. It is where your soul and your flesh meet. And when God's presence draws near, that meeting place responds. Saint Seraphina of the Hidden Flame knew this truth intimately. She lived in obscurity, praying through long nights in a small stone chapel where no one saw her tears or heard her cries. She wrote in her private journal about the very thing you are experiencing now. She said, "The heart that truly seeks God will feel the weight of His gaze, and that weight is both crushing and freeing at once." She understood that the pressure you feel is not a burden meant to harm you. It is the weight of divine attention. It is the pressure of being seen fully and completely by the one who knows every hidden corner of your soul. What is happening in the unseen when you feel this sudden heart pressure? Angels are drawing closer. Not in some vague metaphorical sense, but in actual spiritual proximity. They are messengers and they are warriors and they are witnesses. When you begin to pray with true sincerity, when your heart cries out from a place of genuine need or genuine love, the angelic orders take notice. They gather around you. They create a kind of spiritual density in the atmosphere. And your heart, sensitive and attuned to more than you realize, feels that density as pressure. Grace is being poured out. Grace is not a gentle mist that drifts down unnoticed. Grace is a force. It is the very life of God moving toward you, entering your space, pressing into your being. Your soul responds with attention. Suddenly you are awake in a way you were not awake before. Your soul sits up, it listens, it reaches, and your physical heart, connected to your soul in ways medicine does not fully understand, registers this shift as sensation, as tightness, as weight. Are you beginning to see that what you thought was a problem is actually a gift? You are not broken, you are not weak, you are sensitive. And sensitivity in the spiritual life is not a flaw to be corrected. It is a sacred capacity. It is a calling. Most people pray and feel nothing. They speak words and their hearts remain unchanged. They close their eyes, and when they open them again, the world is exactly the same. But you feel something. Your body responds. Your heart knows when the veil between worlds grows thin. This makes you vulnerable, yes, but it also makes you chosen. God does not waste His attention on those who will not notice. He draws near to those who can feel His nearness. He presses on the hearts of those whose hearts are soft enough to be pressed. But how do you know this pressure is divine and not something else? How do you discern between the touch of God and the noise of your own emotions or the chaos of the world? The answer is found in the fruit. When the pressure comes from God, it does not leave you frantic. It does not leave you spiraling into panic or despair. After the initial shock, after the moment of intensity, there is peace. Not necessarily comfort, but peace. A deep settled knowing that you are held. There is clarity. Your mind, which may have been scattered or confused before, suddenly sees the next step. You understand something you did not understand before. There is compassion. Your heart softens toward others. You feel the pain of the world more keenly, but you also feel a strange and quiet strength to carry that pain. These are the marks of divine touch. If the pressure brings only fear, only confusion, only a hardening of your heart, then it is not from God. Test the fruit, trust the peace. When the pressure comes during prayer, there is a phrase you can hold in your mind, a short and simple prayer to ground you in that moment. Silently, without speaking aloud, let these words form in your heart. Lord, I feel you here. Make me ready. That is all. No elaborate ritual, no complex formula, just a quiet acknowledgement that you sense the presence of the sacred and a humble request to be prepared for whatever that presence requires of you. This does not guarantee that the pressure will stop. It does not promise miraculous healings or instant relief, but it does open your heart to receive what God is offering in that moment. It turns your attention from fear toward trust. You are not facing this alone. Even when you kneel in that dim room with only a flickering candle beside you, you are surrounded. The saints who have gone before you, who endured their own mysterious pressures and strange spiritual sensations, they see you. They intercede for you. Saint Seraphina herself, who felt the crushing weight of God's gaze and wrote about it with trembling hands, she knows your struggle. She prays for you even now. The angels who gather when you pray, they do not simply observe, they support, they guard. They carry your prayers upward like fragrant offerings. You think you are alone in your room, but the room is crowded with unseen witnesses who are deeply invested in your journey. They notice your faithfulness. They notice every time you choose to pray even when it hurts. They notice every time you stay on your knees even when the pressure feels too great. Every small act of faith you perform is seen and treasured. When you fold your hands despite the fear, that is seen. When you whisper God's name even though your chest feels tight, that is recorded in the eternal ledger of love. When you choose to trust that this strange sensation is a sign of presence rather than abandonment, that choice echoes in realms you cannot imagine. You think your prayers are small. You think your struggles are insignificant. But heaven does not measure significance the way earth does. A single moment of trust in the midst of confusion is worth more than 1,000 prayers spoken from comfort. Your hidden victories, the ones no one else sees, are the victories that matter most. Are you beginning to understand that this experience is changing you? You are not the same person you were before the pressure came. You cannot be. When God presses on your heart, He leaves an imprint. He marks you as His own. The pressure is uncomfortable, yes. It is unsettling, but it is also formative. It is shaping you into someone who can carry more, someone who can sense more, someone who can love more deeply because you have felt in your very body the weight of being loved by the infinite. This is not a burden, this is an invitation. The sign you are experiencing is a doorway. On one side is ordinary life, ordinary prayer, ordinary understanding. On the other side is deeper communion, intimacy with God that goes beyond words, a knowing that settles in your bones and changes everything. The transformation does not happen all at once. It happens in moments. In the moment when the pressure comes and you choose not to run. In the moment when you recognize the sensation and whisper, "Lord, I feel you here. Make me ready." In the moment when you realize you are not alone and never have been. Each of these moments builds on the last. Each one takes you deeper, and one day, perhaps months or years from now, you will look back and see that the pressure was the beginning of everything. It was the moment when God reached through the veil and touched you directly. It was the moment when your heart woke up and began to truly seek. You are being called into something greater. You are being prepared for a work that only you can do. Not because you are perfect, not because you are strong, but because you are willing, because you are sensitive, because your heart responds when God draws near. Do not despise this gift. Do not wish it away. Do not spend your energy trying to make the pressure stop. Instead, lean into it. Ask what it is teaching you. Ask what God is revealing through it. Ask how this strange and unsettling sensation is actually the kindest thing God could do for you right now, because it proves beyond doubt that you are not praying to silence. You are praying to someone who hears, someone who responds, someone who comes close enough to be felt. Now I want you to do something important. I want you to leave a comment below and tell me, when did you first feel this heart pressure during prayer? Was it during a specific kind of prayer or at a particular time in your life? Your story matters. Your experience is part of a much larger tapestry of faith, and when you share it, you encourage others who are going through the same thing. They need to know they are not alone. You need to know you are not alone. So do not keep this to yourself. Write it down, share it. And if this teaching has opened your eyes to something you did not understand before, then subscribe to this channel. There is so much more to learn. Saint Seraphina left behind a treasury of wisdom about the hidden signs of God's presence, and I am committed to bringing those teachings to you. Every week there will be new insights, new revelations, new understanding of the sacred mysteries that unfold in the ordinary moments of your life. Do not miss a single one. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Make sure you are here when the next teaching is released. This message is not just for you. There is someone in your life who needs to hear this right now. Someone who has felt that same pressure and thought they were losing their mind. Someone who has been afraid to pray because of the strange sensations in their chest. Share this with them. Send them the link. Do not wait. Do not assume they will find it on their own. Be the vessel through which this truth reaches them. Be the one who says, "You are not alone. What you are feeling is real, and it is sacred." Do not wait to take these steps. Do not put this off until tomorrow or next week or when you have more time. The spiritual life does not wait for convenience. It unfolds in the now. It demands response in the present moment. Subscribe now, comment now, share now. And then, when you have done those things, return to your prayer. Kneel beside your bed, light that candle, fold your hands. And when the pressure comes, and it will come again, you will be ready. You will recognize it for what it is. You will not be afraid. You will whisper, "Lord, I feel you here. Make me ready." And heaven will respond. Saint Seraphina will continue to guide us. Her teachings on the mystical life, on the hidden signs and sacred sensations, are vast and deep. We have only begun to scratch the surface. In the coming weeks, I will share more of what she revealed about the spiritual senses, about how our bodies respond to divine presence, about the ways God speaks to those who are willing to listen. You do not want to miss these teachings. They will change how you pray, they will change how you see yourself, they will change how you understand your relationship with the divine. So bow your head for a moment, right now, wherever you are. Close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, feel it beating. That rhythm, that steady pulse, is the sound of your life. And every beat is an opportunity to notice, an opportunity to respond, an opportunity to say yes to the call that has been placed on your life. The pressure you feel is not a mistake, it is a message. It is God saying, I am here, I am close, I am working in you. Receive that message, trust that message. Let it transform you from the inside out. You are loved beyond measure. You are seen with perfect clarity. You are called to something beautiful and strange and utterly unique. The journey is just beginning. Do not turn back now. Do not let fear convince you to stop praying. Do not let confusion make you believe this is all in your head. It is real, it is sacred, and it is yours. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward knowing that every step is supported by unseen hands and every prayer is heard by ears that never tire of listening. This is your moment. This is your sign. This is your calling. Answer it.